Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's episode I'm calling Coffee with Teddy, and I'm gonna show you all a mug that I really like. If it offends anybody, I do apologize. I mean no harm. So that's my little disclaimer. It's just a kind of a funny mug. Anybody that's part of my other channel knows I'm very much into the Second Amendment and gun rights and whatnot. And there's a lot of people that don't like the big black scary guns like the AR-15s and things of that nature. And my personal views are it's not the gun that does harm to people. It's the psycho behind it. So. They pick on guns and people's Second Amendment rights for no reason when they ought to be trying to fix the actual problem, which is mental health with people and whatnot. And so anyhow, I buy these silly mugs. So this is one of them, and this is made by Black Rifle Coffee Company. So when you drink in your mug, look at the bottom. So anyhow, guys, again, if it offends you, I apologize. But I just figured I'd give you an update on my journey for getting healthy here. And if you want to subscribe to my other channel, feel free. So I'm down to, I want to say it's 250 pounds now. I only weigh myself like once a week now. I've been doing really good. I'm feeling really good. So I'm not dropping as much weight like now as fast as I was at the beginning, but I was told that was going to happen. And they said as long as I'm on a steady thing down, I'm good. My goal weight is 240. I'm actually going to bump it down to 230 pounds is what my goal weight is now, because that's going to be over 100 pounds lost. It's amazing how much better I feel, guys. So I accomplished two things that I set out to accomplish when I started this journey, and they're silly goals, but I was able to do it, and I was super proud of myself. And I'm petting one of my doggies. I got 4 now. Imagine that, 4 dogs. I lost my mind, I think. So anyhow, we went on a trip this a couple weekends ago, and what we did was we walked down 185 flights of stairs or 185 stairs or something, but it was literally down the side of a mountain. And when I tell you that was crazy, I would have never been able to do that 7-8 months ago. I would have never had the energy to. My knees would have never let me do it. They'd have been carrying me up on a stretcher. And I got all the way to the bottom. I took some pictures with my family, and then I walked all the way back up. And initially, me and my son weren't going to do it because neither one of us were looking forward to the walk back up. The walk down's not so bad, but the walk back up is like, yeah, that's crazy. But anyhow, we walked all the way down them, and then we walked all the way up. And guys, I apologize. Got some junk in my eye. I did not get out of breath. And that's amazing to me. So I stopped about halfway up to, I don't know, for like 30 or 40 seconds just to take a little bit of a break. And it was less than a minute, and then I walked up the second part of the staircase, and I wasn't out of breath. I was smiling from ear to ear. I told my wife, I said I felt like Rocky Balboa. I didn't think I'd be able to do that, And even after the surgery, like I was a little concerned that I might not make it up. I said it's a lot of stairs, guys. And it literally was down the side of a mountain, which was crazy. And the breathtaking views though, which is awesome. Now the other thing I did was 10 jumping jacks, and I did that at a rest area coming home, and And that's another one that most people would be like, that's silly. Well, I'm 42 years old and I haven't done jumping jacks since I was, probably 20 years. And I haven't been able to jump because of how much I weighed. If I had to jump off a small thing and I landed, man, it would be like you were stabbing my kneecaps, because of all the weight I was carrying. And I went ahead and I was falling asleep and I said, man, I'm gonna do this. And I tried it and it worked and I was like super proud of myself. So I'm starting to drink my coffee again. So the one thing that I've always loved was coffee, and I determined, since my surgery that I think I liked my creamer more than I liked my coffee. I'm not really allowed to take sugary creamers and stuff anymore. So in the last 3 months, I want to say I only had like maybe 7 to 10 cups of coffee. I haven't had very many cups of coffee because I just can't take the taste of it anymore. And though my wife and like my brother like black coffee, I haven't been able to stomach it. It's just not something that I could take. So I've had a couple cups of coffee that were okay with my vanilla protein shake in them, and I was able to tolerate those. They weren't as good, but I was able to tolerate them. And yesterday I was at the Walmart and I met a guy. He saw me looking at the French vanilla creamer, and I was telling him the story. I said, man, that's what I think I really liked in my coffee was I used to use like that much creamer, like no joke. And I said, but I can't take that anymore. And he's like, so what are you doing over here? I said, I was just looking to see if they had anything that was a lot healthier that I could try because I really missed having my cups of coffee in the morning. It wakes me up and it starts my day off right. I know they tell you to stay off of caffeine or whatever after the surgery, but I think everything's okay with it in moderation. But anyhow, he showed me a French vanilla zero sugar creamer. And I was looking at it. It had zero sugar, 10 carbohydrates, I think, or something like that. But everything else basically showed zero. So I said, that's got to be healthier than what I was taking before. And so I bought a small one that would probably fill only half of this coffee mug. And I poured some in it and I mixed it in and it's very tolerable. It's not anywhere near as good as the original stuff, but I definitely think I could tolerate this coffee. And now I don't know if I'll end up drinking a whole cup of coffee, but I haven't been able to get through a whole cup of coffee. That's probably because of not having much of a stomach. So but I could at least have half a cup of coffee, and that's going to be a whole lot healthier than zero sugar. So I'm going to run it by my surgeon, my doctor, and just have them tell me if anything else in that is going to harm me more than if there's more harm than good in it. But I'm going to try to utilize this creamer in my protein shake. And I'm going to try to have like 3 cups a week or 4 cups of coffee a week versus, several every day like I used to. I'd have typically 2 to, sometimes 3 cups of coffee a day. And I haven't, like I say, I haven't had any, hardly. I've only, in the last 3 months, 7 to 10 maybe. I haven't had soda at all since before my surgery. And I have been tempted to have a ginger ale. I'm not going to lie. But I have not done it. And I don't plan on doing it unless I'm having some kind of a stomach issue where the ginger ale used to help with like stomach acids. The good thing is with my surgery, I don't typically get those acids kicking in anymore. I do still take the medicine for it, but it definitely seems like it's 100% under control now. And there's other things that I haven't had yet. Now I did try alcohol. They had said that's something I should very much limit. And in general, I don't drink much alcohol, but that didn't seem to affect me. They said it would make me drunk really fast, because my stomach wasn't able to process it or whatever. But Now I haven't had like 10 beers either, but I had a couple Jello shots and a mixed drink the other day, and then one can of beer or whatever. And you would think that if it was going to get me drunk, that would get me drunk, but it didn't affect me one bit. Even people around me, I was asking them, and they were like, "No, you seem perfectly fine," and I felt perfectly fine. Now that's not something I'm going to do on a regular basis either. I just, it was Halloween, and I said I want to go ahead and have some, because that was a tradition that I had been doing for years. And but anyhow, I'm not a big alcohol drinker anymore. When I was younger, I used to like it a little more, but as I've gotten older, it's just not my thing. Like, the only time I really like to have a beer or two is when I'm camping by the campfire. But even that, like, I bought a 6-pack when we were camping, and I think there's 3 of them left. Actually, it might even be 4 of them left, because over the course of the weekend, I ended up having 2, I think. And I don't even think I finished both of them. So with my stomach, I can't take as much, food or drink, So I've been nursing this coffee. It's almost cold now. I've been nursing this coffee for about 40 minutes now, and I'm only about halfway through it. So it's not really hot anymore. I'm gonna have to throw it in the microwave if I want any more of it. But anyhow, guys, if you're considering this surgery, go for it. I had a lot of people tell me don't do it and this and that, and guys, I'm telling you, it's worth it, because I feel so much better. I have the energy now. I can work on my son's go-kart with him. I could run around with my son now. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. Go for the surgery. Don't listen to everybody telling you don't do it. Don't do it. Now, I know there's people that fall off the wagon on these and end up gaining as much weight and maybe more back. You just got to be disciplined. And like I say, I've cheated a few times. I'm not gonna lie. But I know my overall goal. I will not let myself get back to the way I was, because that's no kind of life, guys. It's, I got an overall goal too, that involves like my career and whatnot. That something I really want to do, be especially more so even after the surgery, where I really want to open up my own business doing something. And my wife and I own a business together, and it gives her the freedom to be around for our kids a lot more. And I really want to open up my own business doing something. I know what it is. There's 2 things that I've really wanted to do. I've always wanted to open up a food truck, and I never tried it yet, but I've always wanted to, have my own food truck. But the other thing is just like a RV maintenance guy, or, opening up an RV repair, thing where, I can make up my own schedules. I could do the work. Now, I'm a licensed plumber in the state of Connecticut, and so I obviously know a plumbing portion of RVs. I know electrical 110 volt, portion of RVs already. Obviously brakes, things like that. I know how to do all that, sealing the roofs and things like that. Some of the HVAC technical stuff I'd have to learn, but I mainly just want to be around for the weekends for the kids. The soccer games and stuff. My daughter's 16 now, so she's only going to be doing it another year, and then I'm not going to be able to do it anymore with her. My son's got a few years left. He's 11. But I really enjoyed being off for that 2 months and spending time with my family. Me and my son started racing go-karts together. I really want to do that with him. Like, he really seems like he enjoys it, and that's something that you got to dedicate yourself to in order to be good at it. And unfortunately, if you're working weekends, it makes it hard. Now, I'm going to try and find people to take them on the weekends that I can't, but I prefer to be with him so that I'm knowing what's going on. You know, it's a dangerous sport, you know, and I want to make sure that go-kart's as safe for him as possible, and he's being as safe as possible. So, but anyhow, guys, that's, you know, it's an overall goal that I got some ideas in the next couple years. I don't want to leave my current company. It's a really good company, but I want to do something that's more remote, like Monday through Friday type of thing, which there's positions out there for that. I just gotta do some research and see if I can, you know, get accepted into some of those. Anyhow, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. You know, share my videos out so I can build up my subscriber list. I got 12 subscribers so far. I really thought this one would take off more. Go check out my other channel if you like, if you're into the guns and the Second Amendment and fishing and things of that nature. Anyhow, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. And again, if my mug offended you, I apologize. God bless you, and God bless the USA, and you all have a wonderful holiday season. I'm going to try and start posting on this platform a little more and share this video out, guys. God bless you all. Later. And if you haven't tried this Black Rifle coffee, not sponsored, but I would love to be sponsored by these guys. Awesome coffee, guys. Whee!